Hi, Todd's back. You know how Facebook gives you memories of things that have happened in your past or whatever? So yesterday's memory for me, the kids swimming in the ocean at Old Orchard Beach on November 8th of 2021. So I don't know what happened, how warm it was a year ago, but my kids were in the water.
This was
so,
last year, not
last
the year
year
before?
Yeah.
Because I noticed.
Pretty sure.
I noticed.
Although now that you say that, it could have been 2 years ago.
Well, so that's the only reason why I say that is because I noticed earlier this week when we hit 70, whenever that day was, on Monday I think it was, the record high for that day was set in 2020.
Maybe it was that day then.
So it could have been 2 years ago. I don't know. But anyway,
they were swimming in November in the ocean. So
did they go in the ocean during our recent warm snap?
Yeah, the last few days.
Yeah.
They did?
Yeah, last Saturday.
Actually, my daughter went in too, now that you say it. She and her girlfriends jumped in and jumped out pretty quickly.
No, they're insane, yeah.
They're getting older and are starting to like some of the stuff they did a few years ago
Their nerve
was not
endings
bright.
actually start working.
We're not little. Get out of here.
Yeah, right. Like, okay, why did we do this all these years? This is not smart. Okay. Yeah, right. Which is, it gets a little scarier, right? You know. Greenville yesterday had a gust of 54 miles per hour up on Moosehead Lake. Millinocket gusted to almost 50, and then 40s for Bangor, a gust to Bar Harbor. Needless to say, that wind was howling for a while. It has settled down, and that's a real good thing. There are no wind chill issues this morning, thankfully, or we would be in some serious trouble. But right now, our temperatures are down. This is the coldest morning of the season. First time we've dipped into the 20s in Portland since last April. It's 29 right now in Portland, 24 degrees in Lewiston, Auburn, and we've got a hard freeze going on for all points west. Look at Sanford, look at Freiburg, look at Berlin, New Hampshire, in the teens at the moment. Eastern Maine, it took a little longer for the wind to settle here, so it's not quite as cold, but still, it's below freezing in Bangor, it's below freezing in Bar Harbor, Cherryfield's at 29. We also have just down the road in Herman, 24, which is pretty cold. Norwich Walk is 25, and then 20s along the Canadian border from Escort Station all the way around the corner to Holton. High pressure's right over us in New England, so that's going to keep things pretty calm today. There won't be a whole lot of wind, thankfully. This high will drift off the coast tomorrow, take the cold with it, and replacing it will be mild air for the end of the week. And a front comes in Friday night, Saturday, interacts with some tropical moisture. We end up with some rain. Triple C's this morning, clear, calm, cold, and probably the coldest morning of the season for the majority of you. Sun will be bright for the middle of the day, little if any wind, so even though our temps are similar to yesterday, it'll feel a billion times better without that wind howling. Afternoon and evening, some high clouds for northern Maine, gives some nice color at sunset, otherwise dry for everybody. The commute home should be smooth. Variable winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, and we're looking at highs between 45 and 50. The mildest numbers will be down in southern Maine, especially over toward Kittery and Portsmouth and then into the Granite State. Most of us, though, stay in the 40s, a little bit below the average. Tomorrow we jump back up. It's 60 degrees for a high again, and a lot of sunshine, too. Friday will be mostly cloudy, those clouds rolling in, and then here are the remnants of Nicole coming up the Appalachians into the northeast. We get rain Friday night, Saturday morning. Timing still looks good for Saturday afternoon, salvaging it. And Sunday will be fine too, rain-free, precip-free, but the colder air will be bleeding in on on Sunday, and that means it'll be real cold to start next week with highs in the 40s. I want to take you to the tropics. Closing in on the Bahamas is Nicole. Flare-up of thunderstorms. This thing might become a hurricane soon and make landfall somewhere near West Palm or just north of it, maybe up to Vero Beach, and then cross the peninsula over the Panhandle and then again up the eastern seaboard, leading to some sizable amounts of rain, not only to our south, but for us too. And it still looks like we'll get at least an inch and in some spots, maybe 2, and that could lead to some drainage flooding issues, especially with all the leaves down now. Marine forecast, small crafts are up, seas 2 to 4. North winds right now 10 to 20 knots. They will diminish. Sunny and chilly today, 45 to 50. Tomorrow much warmer, 60 degrees, mostly sunny. Clouds increase on Friday. It's still mild. Rain holds off until after dark. And then it probably pours for a while Friday night and Saturday morning. Rest of the weekend is dry and precip free, but while mild on Saturday, getting a lot colder by Sunday and early next week.
All right.